Hey everyone, it's Jay here. Welcome to another stock video. We're going to take a look again at AVCT. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Just going to do a more in-depth dive on AVCT here, just to check out what are some of the things going for AVCT and how the recent picture looks. So again, the stock traded down 4% on Friday at $1.42, $1.45 after hours. So already recovering a little bit. Only 4.4 million volume shares traded. Let's head over to Fintel. So this is one-day update, and you can see shortable shares available are getting less, 150,000. We head over to Borrow Desk, and this paints kind of the picture as well. You can see the shortable shares available are definitely coming down at the beginning of the October and coming down. What's missing right now is the borrowing cost and the fee rates. So if it's going to be a lot more expensive for the shorts to borrow with literally like no shares, then you could see a major spike, right? You can see in the beginning of October here, the fee rate was over 83%, right? So again, the stock can squeeze a lot harder then. So make sure you stay tuned to my channel and don't miss any updates. Okay, so after looking at that, let's take a step back and just take a look at who's actually at the helm here at AVCT. So the appointment came back in the beginning of the year where Michael Tessler became the chairman. This person brings, again, a long road of winning success here in the field, right? More than 20 years of experience growing and scaling technologies. He's more known to have transformed another company, which is Broadsoft, from a startup into pretty much a clear market leader, right? So basically, they went ahead with new tech with 2,000 employees serving customers in more than 80 different countries. Ultimately, for Broadsoft, I believe they were acquired by Cisco for $1.9 billion. But this is just on the cake, pretty much, right? Compared to what AVCT could potentially offer. So I wanted to put an edit in here. Tesla is actually no longer with AVCT. This news came back out in end of August here, August 25th. Did leave, and the new CEO is going to be Kevin Cole. I have no idea how to pronounce the last name, but he is the new CEO here. I got him in the thumbnail here for this video. Thanks again. I put the video up without realizing that Tesla is actually stepped down here. So again, wanted to make that correction to the video and repost. So there we go. Got to make sure we get the right information on there. And thanks for those of you that saw there in the comments, so we can fix up the video. Thanks again for that. So coming back onto Kevin. Kevin is actually the current CEO. And again, with the reorganization, it brings optimism for the company as a whole, because again, this has been rumored to be an acquisition target, right? So with Kevin at the helm, we're looking at what are the possible buyouts and what are the possible acquisition that could potentially come in, especially for the kind of the platform that's really sought after, right? So in terms of the stock action, this news came out for the reorg, for the board management changes that came out on August 25th. You can see this is when AVCT really took off 275% to the upside. This started on Wednesday here, still falling, and the news came on the 25th. You can see that's when AVCT really took off and started flying on hopes. Perhaps the shakeup is going to again bring in some potential changes here and maybe a buyout target as well. In terms of the product, and if Candy is in good hands, they did bring in a new chief product officer here. That was a recent hire back on May 3rd. Jay, I believe it's Jay Patel. Yeah, it should be Jay Patel. Yeah, Jay and Chris. There we go, Mr. Patel. So the new CPO here, Chief Product Officer, was Vinaj, and he led the product management for UCaaS, sorry, so many acronyms, and Contact Center as a service. So again, Candy looks at unifying it and making the experience better for bigger corporations, and this is why Microsoft also looks at the DRaaS service as well. So Patel brings in 27 years of experience and has been with big companies like Motorola Mobility, and ultimately serving as their VP of strategy following Motorola. So again, this is someone with extensive experience in the field developing Candy platforms. So that looks very promising, because cloud computing is going to be massive, right? It's a massive cloud opportunity. So in a research here by Grandview back on NASDAQ here for the article research, the cloud opportunity will be worth $483 billion this year, but will soar to $1.5 trillion per year. And ladies and gentlemen, it's per year. by 2030. So we'll take a look, right, to see how it goes. And obviously the big cloud computing name is going to be Microsoft, right? With Azure and everything else like that. And guess what? Microsoft is actually one of the partners, large enterprise customers that they work with for MSFT with AVCT. So that does, again, bring in a lot of interest. And this is why we saw back in 2021, AVCT did receive an unsolicited offer of approximately $9 per share to acquire the company, right? So what makes AVCT so attractive? They work with very reputable companies such as IBM, AT&T, Microsoft, just to name a few, right? So the opportunity is there. And the reason why they do that is because AVCT does have access to Candy. So Candy is one of the big global cloud communication opportunities. They are a cloud provider. So let's take a look to see what Candy can bring here. And previous to that, they did have their Computex technology. I mentioned this in one of the previous videos there. This happened back in the spring in March there, where the sale was finally completed. They spun that off. And in 2020, they did bring on the Candy platform back in December 2020, which is one of the largest pure play providers of cloud communication services. And again, major customers like Microsoft are using this service, which is, again, showing the value that it brings, right? Because for Candy, it is no surprise that so many eyes are on Candy Communications. Again, AVCT does try to get the product out there as well. Basically, it's the white label cloud solution for UCaaS here, Unified Communications as a Service. Also, Microsoft Teams Direct Routing as a Service, DRAAS. These are just acronyms. And again, it's on full display, and a lot of opportunities does present, because say for a large, say 50,000 plus employee enterprise, right, to try to complete the digital transformation and to make sure that that they do a kind of strategic redirect, right? It's going to be a large undertaking, because the organization is so big, and it's going to involve a lot of complexities, and this is where Candy can really come in here to help get things unified, right? So we'll see how this moves in the future, as these large multinational organizations are now ready to begin moving, right, their communications technology into the cloud. And this is where Candy can present a large opportunity. And guess what? It's an AVCT company, right? So we'll see how this product does for AVCT, but this is kind of just to highlight some of the hype surrounding AVCT and what it offers, and why it may become a very eye-watering opportunity for others to try to acquire. If you get pretty much a buyout offer or anything else like that. Not saying there's one imminent, right? There's always risks with investing. So again, always take care, know where your stops are, exits are, make sure you take profits if the stock does start to trend the direction of your trade. But right now, the future, right, for cloud does look very, very good, and we'll see how AVCT moves. Again, make sure you do stay tuned on the channel for more updates. Try to keep a close eye on the shortable shares. Once the fee cost starts to spike, we could see some real positive movements here for AVCT, as I mentioned, wanting to try to get back to that $2 mark there. If we look at their Q2 report, this is back in June, about 3-4 months ago, but it gives us a glimpse. Positive there was the net income was actually positive. Some of the companies right now are actually negative, right? So it's good to see that. But the net change in cash is about negative 7.97 million, and this is why you saw that they did make the $10 million registered direct offering to raise some capital to continue to keep up with the operating costs there. But the net income coming in positive, which is good, showing that maybe there's not that much cash burn coming in to continue to take a hit on the financials. We'll be able to see soon enough once the earnings date comes in here for the next one, and we're able to see the Q3 report. Again, any acquisition news or anything else like that could really move the stock. Not saying there's one imminent, but again, make sure you stay tuned to the channel so that you don't miss any updates. All right, thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you have any other specific stock requests, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I can make individual videos or try to upload everything from stocks, NFT, crypto, you name it. Again, I got the analysis for it. So make sure, again, smash the like button, click the subscribe, and thanks again for watching the video. We'll see you next time. Take care.